got a little something I gotta tell y'all. All right, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's popping? So, excuse my throat. I had to clear my throat. I was a little sick here. Um, where do I start? Where do I start? Where do I start? If you're gonna be watching this on the replay, excuse me again. It's like the weather is changing up here, and I'm probably beyond the point of me taking this air conditioner out. I've been having this air conditioner for a minute now, and I think it's really time for me to take it out because it's almost November. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, listen. Where do I want to start? This is not a video about complaining. This is a video about resonating what I've seen. So, I went by and I was listening to somebody's podcast earlier, or whatever. I spent about an hour and a half over there, and I was just listening to them talk or whatever, whatever, whatever. And I noticed that they wasn't teaching the crowd nothing. They were just really just catching up on gossip and hey, that hey girl type of, you know what I mean, energy. And I said, all right, well, you know what? Let me get up on off of here because it seemed like everybody here wanted to gossip. And so somebody must have recognized me in the chat room when I said, all right, peace. And I said that to the what's the name? Oh, Devin Lewis, what you doing over here? I thought you ain't like black people. I thought you ain't like black. I was like, the fuck, when the fuck did I say that? No, 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 no. What I said was I don't like niggas. That ain't black people. And I'll stay with that. I don't like niggas. You know what I'm saying? Nor do I like poor white trash. And the other Akla man to come behind him. I done said that a million times on here. If you can't register that in between what I said, that's your problem. You know what I mean? But more in fact of this, I ain't trying to say I'm sorry to nobody. For what? For what? What I'm sorry about? You know what I mean? Like I just call it how I see it. But for y'all that just showing up here, most people on here know me out of the 30,000 people that I'm not able to reach here lately because I don't know what YouTube has done to some of our channels because it ain't just happening to me. I went to go see if it was happening to a few other people. Hopefully they'll put out another patch and fix everything here. But things are crazy because I saw one popular vlogger and he had uploaded something, and after 3 hours it only had 450 views. And I said this guy does regularly like hundreds of thousands of views, so that's when I knew something was up. But anyway, let me tell you what come to me so you can understand what I'm talking about. So my name is Davin Lewis. I formerly worked at Bad Boy Entertainment for a number of years. I had a great time while I was working there. I had some great friends, great memories. I show pictures and videos on here all the time. I'll show y'all some more in a few minutes. Now, with that being said, I also covered the Diddy trial because I had particular interest in the trial. Of course, if I worked at the company for that amount. Unlike some other people that worked for the company, they chose not to show up down there at the trial. I chose to. The reason I did so was because, in my personal belief, was because one, we had already went to court with Puff before doing the trial with Sean. That was number one. Number two, you know what I'm saying? It was just out of loyalty. I'm like, yo, I worked with this man for over 17 years and the company. Why would I not be down there? That's how my mind think. You know what I mean? And just to put it in perspective, before then, we had I gotta say this the right way. I had friends in the street and stuff like that. They had gotten, you know what I mean, busted up or whatever, whatever, whatever. And if they do, we go to court with them. That's just what it is. Well, we live in an era now where there is no loyalty towards things like that. And things like that don't get admonished or held up high. That's just the way the world crumbles now. And so since that's the how can I say it? that's the string of things, I guess you could say, and the culture and all that stuff or whatever. For that reason, I don't resonate because I was one of the peoples down there, and I was saying constantly. You'll see with my uploads, which you can go check out. Just put in Diddy trial and put my name behind it or in front of it. There's gonna be a litany of different videos that'll come up. So trust me on that. Or you can go right now, put in Daddy's House Recording Studio, put my name behind it. That should be enough to verify who I am and what I do. You can find that right here on YouTube. So either way you want to do. Anyway, what happened counter to what happened with me was a whole bunch of vloggers came into the space right when the trial started. They wasn't there before the trial started. They came there when the trial started, some 3, 4, 5 days after it first initially started, whatever, with this Diddy trial. Now, mind you, the boy had been down there since the first bail hearing. First bail hearing, I was there. Second bail hearing, there. In between, there. Y'all following me? Jury selection, there. So, with all that being said, I ain't trying to act like I'm the man or nothing, but I'm just saying at the same time, wasn't nobody down there subsequently after that supporting Puff but me, G Dep, Kanye West, and my man Lil Bit Boy. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? And of course, Lucci. I don't know Lucci, but shout out to Lucci. I like what he stand for because if he was rolling the way he was rolling, and this before I even knew who he was, and he know exactly what I'm talking about here. He gonna be the only type of nigga to understand what I'm talking about is Lucci. You know what I mean? Because I can tell he come from that grain too. Like, yo, my man's go to court tomorrow. All right, we be down there. You know what I'm saying? We may not make a joint, y'all, but we gonna be in the courtroom, man. We used to sit in the court with niggas. Like, yo, son, make bail? I don't know. Like, that's how we would be. And so when it came to Puff, it wasn't nothing for me to be down there. I thought it was the honorable thing to do. Some people, on the other hand, are not honorable like that. Some people, on the other hand, will say things like, well, you should mind your business. This is millionaires' business and shit like that. Man, fuck that, man. That's my team, man. This is my business, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not your OG. What's going on, B? Y'all gonna stop with that OG shit, though. I ain't your motherfucking OG. Call me an OG when I'm about 65. You understand what I'm saying? I'm still young. I'm still out here slinging D. The chicks is 32 and 33 years old. You understand? What's going on, OG? Anyway, Fred Marines, he always here, man. I appreciate him. Anyway, long story short, there was a litany of different bloggers or whatever. I tell this story all the time, but I'm gonna tell it different this time. It was a litany of other bloggers. You all right, family? It was a litany of other bloggers. I appreciate people like you, Fred. There was a litany of other bloggers that kind of started some rumors about me, and it was three particular rumors. You know what I'm saying? One, he's a bad. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna talk about it. I see no limit to. P came on there with the hoodie on and all that. Looking like the chitlin pimp, but he was on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. Anyway, I just want to sum this up real quick, get it out the way. Um, what happened was I went from being the vlogger that was down there covering the Diddy case openly. Whatever happened with the nigga happened with the nigga. That's really where my mind was at. But I knew all along, I kept saying it all my lives, and you'll hear me consistently say it. I'm like, man, they ain't got this nigga. It sounds like some bullshit. And I know New Yorkers, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm right here in the tri-state. I know New Yorkers. I just slang and bang in the street with New York niggas from the Bronx, Mount Vernon. The first time I ever heard Juicy was on 3rd Avenue and 3rd Avenue Projects with my man Showboat. And I heard Juicy and I heard Craig Mack. Well, we sitting there on the side of the building right there in the car, the first building, not the second building. I went to the last Nothing But Love picnic by Heavy D that was over in the park over there. Like, my history is long stemmed in the Bronx and Harlem, deeply, even though I ain't from either one. You understand? I keep saying above. But I know some legends over in the X in Harlem. I mean, real legends. You know what I mean? That would tell you to your face, yo, that's an honorable nigga right there. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't never fled from the mission, if you want to say. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you that type of dude, you don't get recognized for that. You understand? You get recognized for what's in the moment. And when in the moment was for those people that opposed me was, we must make it look like Puff is guilty. We must do that. Whatever their intentions were, right? I don't even care. The point was, along the way, since I was one of the louder voices, and understand what I'm saying, at least in the beginning anyway, I was the only voice. None of these bloggers, you gotta understand, they came from California, Texas, all kinds of different places to come up there. But they came up there later on. They wasn't there for the grind work. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, there was three particular vloggers went out, started all these vlogs about me, but one in particular, motherfucker, he was talking the most. And now that I come to find out, he was in cahoots just recently with another vlogger after I just watched one of his podcasts. I said, oh, okay, that makes sense now. Your man's was out in front of the courtroom trying to make sure his best that I would see him, this little frail little white man. This little frail old little white man. Ain't nobody ever told him he need to stop vlogging. This man about 60 years old at least. Anyway, he walked around me about 3 or 4 times. He recognized my face. I peeped it, and then I heard there was some more shit that went on. So let me explain to y'all. Before this whole thing started with Puff, there was a whole bunch of Diddy need you out here. I know he see you. I hope he do, man. And you know, like, and more than anything, I just want to see the nigga home. You understand what I'm saying at this point? I mean, like, they had this nigga named George Santos that just came home the other day. Did y'all hear about it? President Trump there commuted his sentence. This guy was a real work of art. I'm trying not to curse. He was a real this work of art, man. He stole money from his family, had forged 11 different identities. He was stealing campaign money, going over, you know, let's go over here to Brazil, Juan Papi, Dam Duda, Don Dada, you know. He was living the life for a minute. He got caught up in all that, convicted, and did I mention he was a legislator? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mention he was a legislator? And so, you know, which is way more responsibility in my part for being honest and being a merit than it is for a musician. You know, the mantra is sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You understand me? So when I saw President Trump commute this, I want to curse so bad, this dude, I said, well, why is it a problem for Puff? Puff just got convicted for the prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? They male prostitute. He just paid for it. He was like, yo, hop on a plane. I want y'all to come out here, slay out Cassie. Y'all know the routine. I'm going to be in the room. It's Mr. Black and Mrs. Black. You know that room. You know, I mean, like, shit, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Shit. You never know. You was a billionaire. You might want to see your chick get banged out. You be like, yo, I know this bitch don't love me. I know this bitch don't love me. No chick that love me will sit here and be like, yeah, go ahead and sling it out. It's okay. You know, you was doing that because you wanted to do that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into particulars of that. But I will say again, and I'll keep it said like that, I was down there, and I'm going to play for y'all, because I just ain't uploaded it yet, but I found one of them. There's actually more of them than this, but I'm going to prove my point that I was down there with Trump's joint, and we was writing for him, and I'm going to show you what Trump's joint looked like when we was down there. I'm talking about Trump's case. Like, it was different. So give me 2 seconds. Let me go over here. Yeah, right here. I want y'all to see this video. This is just one video. I got way more videos than this, but I'm just going to play this one. I'm down there stopping fights. Feel me? Sometimes it's just good goddamn police work, like I said. Sorry. Alright, guys. I'm out of here for the turns up the temperament gets a little bit different. My phone, when I was streaming earlier or whatever, man, I ain't got no plan on the stream, so you guys will have to wait it up. We got to get up on out of here. We're about to clear it up now, so we're up out of here. But I did like the fact that he just pushed that man, and he had no reason to push that man. Like, you know what I mean? Like a couple of words of disagreement about politics, that's cool. But you don't come out of nowhere and just push somebody just because you think you can do it. So, Like I told you, shit was real down there, man. Hold on, there's more to it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all give a shout out to goddamn New York Police Department. Being fair.
Because they could have arrested that dude and they didn't. The black guy. Thank you, OG Kid.
Yes, we're out of here. Y'all see this on the rebroadcast or whatever the case may be when I upload it. A lot of American flags out here. I'm glad to see that.
This is all with
Like
Trump.
I said, mostly this
Was
right
that
now
kid?
is just a conjugating of people. Just, whatever. Whatever
This is
side.
all Trump side. You can see it's a way bigger turn of people down there than the rest of Trump.
Glad I was able to bring this footage to you guys today. I know this is not usually what I do, but I like to be more on the street and be more moving around for you guys and let you guys see whatever. So guys, make
This
sure
is way before the Diddy trial.
Let me turn this around. However I do that.
Do you understand this? Before the Diddy trial.
Support the channel. We're going to be doing more things like this as always. $STRINGERBELL.
Please understand me. Been out here doing this. Been out here doing this. You understand? Been out here doing this. For all the mother vloggers, what? You understand? My man say, you understand? You know what I mean? I've been out here doing this. But I was there at Trump's hearing. I was there for 4 or 5 times. And then on, I think, the 5th day of the trial, somebody actually down there set themselves on fire. And he subsequently died that following Sunday, after that Wednesday. I don't know if it made the papers or not, but it's the truth. This man, he literally set himself on fire down at the Trump trial in New York. And he died on that following Sunday. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on one second. It should still be in the thing. But yeah. And after that, I didn't go anymore because I was like, yo, this is getting crazy because there was more and more people coming down there. And they were really amped on, like, fighting. Like what y'all just saw this a minute ago, what I showed y'all was actually a man that wanted to fight the other man or whatever, because of his political views, you feel me? So it was a lot of that going on. It was a lot of people pushing each other. The Trump trial was wild. It was way wilder than Diddy stuff. And like, as you could see, there was way more people. Those people were filling up the whole 2 squares. And some were there to oppose Trump. Some were there to, embrace Trump or whatever, however you look at it. And hold on one second. I want to look this up for y'all so I can show y'all this, because this is interesting. Man sets himself, let me see if I can find it. Man sets himself on fire at Trump trial. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, it came right up. Yeah, and they got the video of it too. So this was last year. I was trying to remember what it was, but hold on one second. I'm gonna click this right here and I'm gonna read it to y'all. They actually got a video for it. I ain't gonna play the video, of course. I remember it was a protest around the same time as Diddy case. Yeah, it was a protest, but this was before Diddy's case. You gotta remember, this was 2024, so this was like, I don't know, what's the date on this? April 20th, 2024. So that was before they had got Puff locked up. You know what I mean? Puff been locked up since September. So this is a couple of months before that. So that's why I said I was doing this stuff before that. But here's what it says. And at the time, this was from Associated Press. Of course, I'm going to read y'all. What's up, Kip? You know what I mean? I want y'all to hear this, though, because it's very important that y'all understand this. That the day that I went down, and this happened to be that I was late getting down there that day, because like I said, I'm coming from Connecticut. I remember it was a protest, okay? And I said to myself, I said, yo, I'm so glad I didn't get here to see that, because he evidently did it in front of everybody. The man who doused himself in an accelerant and set himself on fire outside the courthouse where former President Donald Trump is on trial has died, police said. The New York City Police Department told the Associated Press early Saturday that the man was declared dead by staff at the area hospital. The man, who was in Collect Pond Park, which is the park you just saw all those people standing there, that's what I'm trying to tell you, around 1:30 p.m. Friday, when he took out pamphlets exposing conspiracy theories, tossed him around, then doused himself in an accelerant and set himself on fire, officials and witnesses said. A large number of police officers were nearby when it happened. Some officers and bystanders rushed to aid the man, who was hospitalized in critical condition at the time. The man, whose police recently traveled from Florida, he came from Florida to New York, had not breached any security checkpoints to access the park. The park outside the courthouse has been, just like I told you, where I was standing at. The park outside the courthouse has been a gathering spot for protesters, journalists, and gawkers throughout the Trump trial, which began jury selection on Monday. Through Friday, the streets and sidewalks in the area around the courthouse were generally wide open. The crowds have been small and largely orderly. Authorities said that they will also review security protocols, including whether to restrict access to the park. The side street where Trump enters and leaves the buildings is off limits. We may have to shut this area down, New York City Police Department Commissioner Cash Doherty said at the press conference outside. So it was a fact, the man down there that set himself on fire. Yeah, he really off himself, really, because he died that following Sunday. So he had set himself on fire on that Wednesday. And he had died on that Sunday. And after I found that out, when I came down there on that Wednesday, I was like, I ain't coming down this motherfucker no more. These niggas is wild. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas setting themselves on fire at the Diddy trial, son. You know what I'm saying? I think it's safe over here. A couple niggas arguing, couple chicks in here mad, but ain't nobody out here setting themselves on fire. Yes, that really happened. That's why I read that article to you or whatever. Hold on, I got some other video in here from that too somewhere in here. If not, I got it on my I got it in my yeah, here we go right here. Hold on, let me see what I got here. Y'all be surprised all the places I done took these people, man. So many different places. That's why I had to shut down the channel. I said this channel gotta go now. Like this ain't where it's at no more. I think this is it right here. Is this it? Yeah, this is it right here. This is another one. This is some more protesters they had down here.
Cash App. Also, we do not have Cash App. There's an option.
Hold on one second. I got other videos in that from down there. Yeah, I think this is the one where I joked that dude. Yeah. It was just constantly people arguing. What's going on? How you doing? Yeah, it was just constantly people arguing. Guys, make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all coming in. Hit the like button. Yeah, they ain't set themselves on fire. And y'all can see it was wild down there, man. It was man wild down there. And see, this is the beginning of the black dude and the white dude arguing, because the white dude had said something slick. There was all kinds of shit going on down there. But OG stalled them out, though. He ain't do nothing to him. I've taken people so many damn places, man. Man, if y'all know the Bronx, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yo, if you ain't this much of the X, I don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? For real. If you really in the Bronx, you know where I was at. You know what I mean? You know where I was at. You dig? For real, for real. If you really in the Bronx, you know where I was at. So I ain't even got to say no more. But, yeah, man, I was down there for that Trump trial, whatever. I got to cut this up. I ain't never cut this up yet. You on the X, you know where I'm at right here. You know what I'm saying? Please let these people know where I be in the trenches, nigga. Like, you better know somebody over here. For real. What else have I taken these days? I done took people, that was just a clip, because I'm going to use that for something, but hold on, I want to show y'all some other stuff. I'm doing like a review of my channel now, because you know I'm gonna be going here shortly. I'm kind of glad I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? This is Book of Hove. Y'all can find this on my channel too. Oh, I don't know why they did that music. There you go. I'm saying? I took this motherfucker to the book of holes, all that, man. We've had some fun times on this page, man. That's why I said, damn, man, it's sad I gotta go. But yeah, man, I gotta go. I got to go. I'll put some stuff up on YouTube in a minute too. I got a whole bunch of videos up on there that y'all can look up. But anyway, back to the premise of the story. Um, a lot of like right now, y'all know I got 30,000 followers, but ain't y'all noticed in the past couple of days it's been like the same amount of 8 people in? That's because YouTube is not pushing me out. I've got people that are subscribing to my channel, flagging my channel when I'm live. I've got YouTube that's obviously upset at me for something that I said. They ain't support. They ain't got mad at nothing I said about y'all. They got mad at what I said about their CEO, and they got mad because I discovered what their algorithm was ticking. And like I told y'all, they were randomly putting us out to strangers, and they still doing the same thing or whatever. So that's why I looked tonight and I said, well, let me see if the scrolling options still work and people come up, randomly or whatever, whatever. Guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen and hit the like button. I appreciate it. And what I saw was, yeah, it's the same setup. So I know it's like they definitely suppressing my views or suppressing me down to no more than 14 people can be in my chat. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. And it's been like that for like the past, 4 days. No matter what I blog, no matter what I talk about, no matter what I put in the title, if I curse, don't curse, or whatever, they have regulated me down to only having 14 people out of 30K. Does that make sense to you? And mind you, I'm putting relevant things in. So my guess is somebody that probably reached out to YouTube said, "Oh my God, I'm so scared." I'm like, you gotta realize a lot of these, and I hate to say it like this, y'all don't have to like what I have to say, but it's the truth. There's a lot of women on here that don't like men in general. The angry man himself got a video that's uploaded on his page where this girl sits there and says literally out her mouth. He ain't go watch the video. He just uploaded it today. The girl literally says out her mouth, "Wouldn't it be a better world if there wasn't any men? Just imagine a world with no men." And I'm sitting there looking at this bitch and I'm like, oh, see, I messed up. I'm sitting there looking at this chick and I'm like, are you serious right now? You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for men. So say you get 100 years of pleasure of there being no men on Earth, how do you could plan on continuing on? Like, you know what I'm saying? But this is on this page. You can go see it for yourself. And there's other uploaders that have numerous other videos of these girls. They find ways of being very clever, very manipulative in their storytelling when they're giving information to the public, and they're very clever on how they harass people. They have men that help them. You understand? That's the weird thing about it. They have men that help them. So I've had a litany of different men come to my channel. They're not showing up now for some reason or another, but I've had a litany of different men that have come on behest of other women over to my channel to complain about things. I had Tyreek Nasheed's little crowd over here for a minute, and I wasn't even saying anything bad about Tyreek Nasheed. I was like, yo, son, like, if you plan on doing it, you got to do it like this. You can't do it like that. They see you coming a mile away. You know what I'm saying? I try to warn him, yo, son, you're going to be the next nigga under investigation by the FBI and shit like that because you trademarked that FBA shit. You should have never trademarked it. He said, well, I did it because I don't want the other folks to take it and all that shit. I said, all right, but you got to understand, once you do that, you put it as a non-profit, you under the microscope at that point. You know, so I ain't saying nothing bad about the nigga. I never have really even dissed Tyreek Nasheed. Like, some niggas, they'll go and talk about Tyreek Nasheed and start dissing him. I ain't even diss, son. I just say, yo, son, you can't be doing that shit. That shit sounds silly, you know. I do believe there was definitely a conspiracy against me. The harassment is crazy. It slowed down, but now the harassment is they trying to flag my channel as much as they possibly can to make sure that there's not enough people to come up in here. And now you have YouTube helping them along with the suppression. Let me tell you something. It don't matter what I put up here, and I'm gonna prove it to y'all the next week. They are not gonna let my view count go outside of a certain amount. Now, as they doing that, my total view count meter is going down. They're doing that on purpose. So basically, what they're trying to do is they're trying to suppress my views right now. YouTube is doing, so I don't grow. I know how the chain go. There's 3 sets of chains as far as the view count go. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure that view count goes down, the head of view count. So then that way, I get less people in my live. That's why you're seeing my lives that I do, and there's only 43 views. Or 14. I had one that did 143 views. I said I ain't never did 143 views on a live in like years. You know what I'm saying? Years. That's what it is. So yes, I am gonna blame YouTube. They got quite offended, I'm sure, when I talked about Neil Mahan, who was their CEO. Yes, I'm gonna blame. They probably got mad when I was talking about the algorithm thing. When I was talking about the algorithm thing, was the next live I did after that. I started noticing my views went down, and I said, I had more than Ned. So that's why I said, this whole app to me is like a side op. You know what I mean? Like it's more to this app than that. I think this app got people acting out personalities that ain't normally them. You know what I'm saying? And they running into niggas like myself and others that this is really our personality. Like a lot of you niggas be pretending like y'all bugged out or whatever. I ain't never did nothing. I ain't never did it. I ain't never did the shit we did nothing. So you know what I mean? Like I don't believe you. You know what I mean? I don't believe you. You ain't one of us. So I know a lot of these articulate nerd type niggas that be on here on YouTube, and some of them cool. You know what I'm saying? Some of them though, they straight bitches. But this is the way. Well, when you get a whole bunch of articulate wannabes in one room, you end up always having a problem. You notice that, right? That's my magical number right there, 8. I keep having the same 8 people in here. You notice that, right? They won't let my view count go beyond 9 people with 30K subscribers. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that's kind of hard. I got 30K subscribers, but I ain't going over 10. Okay, we got 10 now. YouTube is suppressing my views, and I think that's a goddamn shame. That's cool though. I'm cool with it. Don't worry about it. We've all good. Tactics like this is why people are leaving this app. Is my prediction. That Neil McHan motherfucker up there, that's the CEO, that nigga's gonna fuck up this app so much that nobody's gonna want to come here no more. But just like I'm leaving, the rest of them gonna leave. We're gonna find better apps. That would make me mad. Who? It was kind of my fault. I announced that I'm leaving. I might have contributed to it too, but I'm not stupid. You don't go from having 50, 60 people in the chat, usually within the first 15 to 20 minutes, to all of a sudden with 30,000 subscribers, to all of a sudden going with damn near nobody in the chat and a view count of 200 and something when you're done. That doesn't happen overnight. That doesn't happen overnight. That's somebody holding you back. And I'm just trying to figure out, YouTube, why y'all holding me back? Y'all mad what I said about your pal there? I don't think I'm mad about it. Or is YouTube mad because I told him about the algorithm shit that y'all were running? I think y'all mad about that. It's 3 of my lives where I explained to people why they were seeing all the trolls they were seeing in their chat room. And I broke it down, I'll break it down again. The reason that most of y'all were seeing those trolls in your chat room until the last patch update, if you did the last patch update that they have in the Google Play Store. And I was always a 50-50 to do these updates because it could change your pattern or even how you get out or whatever. This is something else that Google and YouTube have not perfected, just like they have not perfected, or they're getting towards it, how many people you can see in your chat room and shit like that. Now, for whatever reason they suppressing me, it's probably because some bitch ass nigga or some punk ass bitch went up to them crying, "Oh my God, he's in here and he's talking about he's gonna harm us and blah blah blah." Like, these niggas are professional victims. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to put it no other way. Niggas out here is professional victims in the culture. And they just, I don't know, man. Them niggas just let me down. That's why I be saying the shit I'm saying. It's not like I hate y'all niggas really. It's just that you let me down, bro. Like, I'm seeing niggas we used to honor turn into bitch niggas. You know what I mean? Like, Nigga, they ain't, and they doing it for sport. That's the whole thing. You doing it for sport, most of you. Most of you ain't getting no paycheck behind it. You just doing it for sport. So that means you was always a bitch, nigga. You was just like pretending. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't turn from a nigga. I don't talk about. I don't get on TV. I can see if a nigga was tricked into a question. Like motherfuckers can trick you into a question. Trust me on this. I've seen it happen before. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you outwittingly, knowingly know what the repercussions could be for you saying certain shit. And you go along with it anyway for a paycheck or just for some likes and views and shit. That's why I said this likes and view system shit got to go out of my life. I don't need no shit like that in my life. Likes and views, likes and views. I ain't judged by that. Ain't no nigga ever judged me by likes and views. These are likes and views. I always like, I don't know, man. I always just draw an eye when a nigga be like that. Likes and views, likes and views. How many followers you got? This is like 45-year-old motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? 60-year-old motherfuckers talking about likes and views and shit. And I started noticing, I said, this is really just a gathering place for nerd motherfuckers that want to act like they, like, you not one of us. I know you not. I got this one nigga, he said on his podcast every day, told me to suck his dick, all kinds of crazy shit. And I'm like, yo, son, do you know I will wash you? Like, for real. And I know he pussy. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, it's a whole bunch of shit that be going on this little, and I hate to say it, this little black culture circle that they have. And I'm just not with it. I don't like what African Americans are becoming or have become. And it seems like no more than a criminal culture, a culture full of supporting bitches that are the wrong type of bitches that we supporting. In other words, they won't support a chick graduating from Yale, but they support a bitch at the strip club. You understand what I'm saying? They won't raise $40,000 for Shorty to pay for this year's tuition, but they'll raise $40,000 for a bitch that said she got hit with a brick and come to find out she lying. Now she in court fighting to withhold 10 years that they want to serve her with. You understand what I'm saying? Hell, you following me here? Like niggas will give $40,000 to a bitch that says she saw a baby on the highway, but they won't give it to a girl that says she want to go, she want to open up a beauty school. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. This just irked me. And so that's why I said that there's a problem, son. There's a problem. Like, motherfuckers notarizing and stamping thoughts and the hookers and shit for real women. And the reason it is because if you grew up in a household and your mama was a hoe, no offense, and that's all you know is hoe shit. Like, you know what I mean? Mama was a hoe, mama know hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? I learned from mama, mama was a hoe. Some niggas gotta come to realization your mama was a hoe. She did hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas pull up, beep, beep, come on, bitch. Okay, okay, man. That was your mama, nigga. That was your mama. Now niggas don't can't live with that. Your mama was a hoe. Your mama might have been a hoe. I'm just saying. I know some young men out here right now, I could definitely say your mama was a hoe. I ain't gonna say it to her, but you know it. And some of you dudes know it, and some of you ladies know it too. Baby, I hate to tell you this. I love your mama to death. She my best friend, but your mama was a hoe. And it's the absolute truth in a lot of cases. Your mama was a hoe. She used to get down with the get down. She was busted down. You know, so as far as this YouTube thing, let me just make myself clear. This shit is for nerds. Nerds, losers, and niggas that this ain't got shit going on. That's what this app is about now. It used to be about something more grander. It used to be about something way better. It used to be about purpose. It used to be about stories that we can indulge in and people could have a conversation about these things and not just have to stick to what regulated to topics that Google picks and says, hey, if you want to go viral, if you want to get some views, then you gotta talk down about your own people for one. And then two after that. That's why I said niggas is getting mad at me. That's why I did what I did. I do everything I do with purpose. Like niggas that know me, they know that. I'm like Ye without the Israeli insults. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Bad Boys Ye in a way. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it with a purpose. And sometimes you gotta rattle up niggas to get them to understand where you coming from. I take it that you niggas got mad at me and say, "Oh, well, he said this about the black peoples. Why you talking about the black peoples? Well, y'all niggas sit online every day and talk about black people. So and so is exposed. So and so is going broke. So and so is getting cheated on. So and so is exposed for drinking and driving." And then they'll make these big epilogues. It's down bad. That's the one they're using now. So and so is down bad after finding this out, and so is right. Like every topic y'all do is down in black people. So what's the difference between me when I come and say something about it? Anybody want to answer that for me? What's the difference when I come and say something about it? What's so different? What's so different? Y'all do it. Well, because y'all do it articulately. You articulately dish your own people. Okay, that make it different, right? Nah, you said I don't like black people. I don't think you niggas like black people. I mean, think about it. The T sector, right? These are the same niggas that made up all these lies about me or whatever. He's like, Diddy supporter. I had one bitch right there, put that shit up on a video. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Unprovoked. I don't provoke these niggas. So, like, the funny thing is, that's one thing they can never say, I provoked you. I ain't provoked you. And I want any agency that's listening to me to understand that I don't provoke people. I don't hop online and be like, yo, fuck so and so, fuck so and so. I don't do that. I just don't. I really don't. Now, if you come into my chat room, which was previously going on, which I never had the abundance of that before, and you come in and you say, yo, fuck you, fuck Diddy, some shit like that, or whatever, whatever, and I don't know you, and you saying that to me, or you telling me how you want to do this to me. I had one nigga wrote in my chat room at 4 o'clock in the morning. If you was here, you heard that nigga say, wrote that, read what that nigga said. Nigga say, come on, keep talking. I'm almost finished. I'm almost there. And talking about how he was masturbating in my chat. Like, there's some weird ass niggas on this app. And they don't pay no attention to them. They let them roll free. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas can do whatever they want to, say whatever they want to, whatever. It don't matter, I guess. You know what I'm saying? There's niggas in here that's predators for real. Fuck the movie. These niggas are predators for real. Coming in here saying all kinds of nasty, like, you'd be surprised the shit that men that were trolls have written in my chat room. And so I don't know if you serious or not. You know what I mean? But what I do know about my state is um, I have a stand your ground clause here, if you didn't know. Uh, in my beautiful nutmeg state, as we call it. You understand? Because this is my home. This is my home. Like, you know, if ands and buts about it. My kids will be born here. My wife will be here with me. Like, this is my home. Connecticut, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And I live in exactly the space where I wanted to live in. Not saying that I don't, where I used to live, I don't like, because that taught me, there's some values and things that I got from that place where I used to live at that you can't get nowhere else. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to NL, man. I mean, dead ass serious. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, on the shoreline is different than closer to the city, Connecticut. It's two very different things. That much I do know. Not this neither or. Either both got their pluses, but the stuff that you will learn on the shoreline, you won't learn in the rest of the town. I mean, rest of the state. So I want to give a shout out always to my shoreline community out there, because y'all are my brothers and sisters out there. I love every last one of y'all, but well, not every last one of y'all. Some of y'all, fuck y'all. But let's say a 95% rate. There's that 5% is like, you know what, fuck y'all. You don't care if you see me again or not, huh? Alright, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And even out of that 5%, it's gonna be at least 3% of them gonna be like, nah, nigga, ain't like that. I just, you know what I'm saying? I ain't like that time you was at the store and looked at me funny, you know, something like that. Make no mistake about it. The shoreline communities in Connecticut are different from the city. You know what I mean? And on the southern end of the state, anyway. You know what I mean? Just like New Haven is totally different from where I live at. Bridgeport is definitely different from where I live at, even though it's similar. You know what I'm saying? But different from where I live at. They're all different. All the cities in Connecticut are different. Trust me. You go to New Haven, you're gonna automatically pick up the difference. It's more urban. It's more tough. You go to Hartford. It's more urban. It's more tough. You go to Bridgeport. As Fat Joe, them niggas was him and Big Pun got ran out of there with their mans. He tell a story about it. Look it up. Fat Joe in Connecticut. Look that story up. He tell you. Don't come out here thinking these niggas is pussy. These niggas will blow your brains out, bro. Trust me on that. I done been to funerals where I knew the shooter and the person who got hit. And I'm talking about multiple times. That's how deep it was. DMX had been out the way. Jay, D Haven. That's D Haven by then now. He know. That's D Haven. He know. You know what I'm saying? Boy George, he know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about the singer. There's a lot of people that know about that town. That town was a good money town. In fact, if you wasn't traveling there, going to Vermont or going to Mass, you wasn't really making no money. Well, no New York niggas making no money like niggas making outside New York at that time. Anybody who was in the game would tell you that. No, the niggas was making money was the niggas going out of town. Niggas is selling dimes for like 20 out in the motherfucker way. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is selling nicks for like 25. You know what I mean? I mean 20, 25. Nicks and dimes in New York. Niggas was making money. But them times is over. I ain't proud and I ain't glorifying now. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You know, it was a different time, and there was different people that came through that town. Hell Rel came through that town. I'm trying to think who else. Shout out to Hell Rel. He came out there with my man, my little Puerto Rican homie. I ain't gonna say his name on here, but that's my little nigga right there, little short ass Puerto Rican nigga. But cool as hell, this little nigga be everywhere. Um, who else came through there? DMX. DMX even got the town in a song. This nigga, Troy Ave, he talk about Norwich, Connecticut. Pull up that song. Twice, two different ones of his songs. Norwich was the other spot. You was either in NL, Norwich, or Grind. You know what I mean? These is real stories. And so, from the crowd of people I come from, I don't play this little YouTube game with niggas. Like, I just, that ain't what I'm from. So that's why I say it's best for me to quit right now. For everything that I want to go on don't happen. I'm trying to put out a new album. I'm trying to put out a new project, and vlogging has severely interrupted that for one. Financially, in my opinion, Black American bloggers have tried to ruin me several ways that they can. Right now, that you see that my page has 30,000 followers, but you'll notice that my view count, people in the chat room, doesn't exceed 8 people. Don't you find that weird? That's YouTube doing that to me. They're suppressing my views on purpose. You know what I mean? It's all good, though. I don't care. Once I said 3 things. I said, one, I'm leaving. You can't be a nigga that got as many followers as me and to say you're leaving. That means you're gonna get ready to fuck up their advertising revenue. They ain't trying to push you out no more way. In fact, they should be trying to push me out the most right now. Because I said I was leaving because I was dissatisfied. You think they would try to keep a nigga around? No, they want me to go because they hear the voices of bitch ass niggas coming to them and telling them, "Oh my God, he's threatened us and he said he's gonna do this." Or, yeah, I said I would do that after 4 days. And you sitting up here talking about my mother, my father. My father's dead, nigga. Fuck out of here. Yeah. We live in this world online where niggas think they can say whatever the fuck they want to you. As soon as you say something back to them with their pussy ass, they want, "Oh my God, he threatened me. Oh my God, I can't believe it. He threatened me." And of course I threaten your punk ass, you pussy motherfucker. Like, you just said some crazy shit to me. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, that was behind my decisions um, for leaving this goofy ass app. Who knows? One day I might come back to this motherfucker, but it's not looking like it. I tell you that much. It's not looking like it. I'm very unhappy here. The people here ain't cool. I'm paying attention to what some people are vlogging. I was going through I went through the little, go through the little thing of just swiping and shit like that, seeing what niggas is talking about. And one of the things that blew my mind when I was watching some shit was like, yo, the amount of goofy motherfuckers is on this app, son. It was crazy. It was like, there was this one bitch, I found this one bitch, she was acting like a vampire. And it ain't even Halloween. She just normally act like that. I subscribe to her shit just so I can have a goof. Then there was another chick that was on. I watched or whatever. I'm finding like a lot of the girls think all got gimmicks. It was like this other girl. She had a mask on. She was dancing on camera. It's a very silly environment to me. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe I'll get older or something like that. But I'm just like, there's some childish shit on this app. Like you can't even you can't even take 80% of the fucking viewers of you on this app seriously. You can't. Like, we talking about high school dropouts, niggas ain't never did nothing in their life, shit like that, and they sitting online with a podcast talking like they've been through the game. You know what I mean? It's like, it's actually funny to me. And then, and then the newest thing now is if we can't make money, we're gonna make sure everybody else don't make money. Rhetoric. So this consists of basically niggas is out here and they flagging niggas, or having teams of people come flag niggas pages. This is something that's been going on for a minute now. Media tutorials and reviews, he talked about it. Um, the Angry Man, I've heard him talk about it, and a few other podcasts. They've been talking about it as of recently. How these little teams of black people. That's why I keep trying to tell you. A lot of these black people out here trying to tell you, yeah, we're so together. The FBA, this, that. Say something them niggas don't like. They coming for you. They don't go out the whites. They don't go out the, you know what I mean, full-blooded Blanco Latinos. No, 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 no. We strictly have a hunting disposition for niggas and niggas only. That's how these niggas roll. Yo, I'm glad you mentioned the goofy shit that be on here. It's be crazy because the goofy shit be having hella views. Like, listen, I be finding these podcasts that literally be making. Like, I saw this shit earlier about Will Smith's daughter, and they said that Will Smith's daughter is about to enter a insane asylum because of the cheating that her mother did with August Agostino. Now, all of us know we watched the roundtable shit. She was sitting there with her mother and her grandmother discussing what was going on. Now she going to like, and that video had like 140 something thousand views. That's my point. Right now I got 30,000 views and only got 9 people in my chat room. You don't think something going on with it? And this has been going on for the past 3 days. You know what I'm saying? The past 3 days. All of a sudden I went from, which was still a low view video, 6.6K views. I did it live the next day. The next day it was coming up 200 views, 300 views. So that's what you go through on this app. Especially if you say you leave in the app. Now they have no investment in me. They have no reason to share me. So it's gonna be like this. You will see 10 people with 10 likes on a channel that got 30K subs. So y'all don't think something wrong with that? Y'all don't think? And I've been live for an hour. Y'all don't think something wrong with that? So now YouTube is joining the fraction of angry. I want to keep everything ghetto and confusing and trauma crowd. They're siding with them. They'll side with you in a minute. You understand what I'm saying? They'll side with them in a minute. The goal anyway is to get niggas off of YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like, y'all think I'm joking. They only want white people and foreigners here. That's it. You can think what you want to. They only want white people and foreigners on YouTube. I swear to God to you. That's it. Real target base, global, not local. And they feel like domesticate. I read something earlier today, and I can paraphrase it for you. What they were talking about. I read 2 articles for them. They were talking about how black and Latin specific YouTubers are feeling left out when it comes to revenue sharing. They gave an example of how this black dude made up this dance routine and a white kid took the same routine and copied him and made more money than the nigga that originally did the motherfucking video. Yeah, he went viral, but it was only with like 300,000 views, where the white kid got something like 330 million or something like that. I was going to say 3 million. There's 30 million views on the same thing. So there's some disparity. It was talking about in that article the disparity of how they push you on the algorithm. It's also the same. So, yeah, I ain't fucking with this goofy ass app. This app is here. This is the devil's tool, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? And that's probably why I can't play, because I'm not one of the devils. You understand what I'm saying? That's probably why I can't play. But this shit is the devil's. This is the devil's playground right here. So I take it in stride when God and many other elements just tell me, yo, it's time to go. It's time to go. Plus, I ain't never been, I have never, and I gotta say this, I have never been in an environment when niggas openly say, let's make sure that nigga don't make no money. Nigga like that should be offed in the community. On my word, y'all make sure y'all keep that in y'all mind. Any nigga that do shit like that and say, yo, them niggas shouldn't make no money, I need to handle that nigga ASAP. Like, fuck all this redemption shit and all that nigga. You out here trying to make sure niggas in the community don't get money and niggas is out here fucked up already. They say them EBTs and all that shit ain't coming out this month. Bitch, are you prepared? Nah, but I heard some peculiar shit. Trump, you's a funny motherfucker. And let me talk about that real quick. It's funny as hell. There was niggas on here talking about, yo, don't donate to that nigga, don't support that nigga, whatever, whatever. And I'm watching grown ass men make videos talking about it. Trump cut off the ABT. Da, da, da. I say, yo, y'all niggas is playing the fuck out yourself right now making them videos. Because let me tell you what people is doing. They taking the videos that all y'all be talking about. We was queens and kings and all that bullshit y'all be talking. They taking those videos that y'all put up and they comparing them to your reality of what's going on and how you panicking right now. And I'm not saying you shouldn't panic. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying to you is when you doing it so vividly and throwing up all these, there's niggas throwing up videos about EBT, nigga. Even if that's your case, you don't get online talking about no shit like that, my boy. What the fuck's wrong with you? And then I be telling y'all all the time. Some of these niggas be talking shit to me in my chat room. They got a PlayStation 5 controller in one hand, a cell phone in the other, and he kissed this girl or wifey on her cheek at 5:45 in the morning as she went to work. And there it is for you right there. PlayStation champ online talking about, yeah, it's gonna be terrible for Trump. You ain't gonna like this. You better cut this shit out. Trump, how about this? All them niggas made videos that specifically don't send them niggas no checks. Tell me like, oh, I don't know what to tell you. You ain't gonna get nothing until after Christmas. Fuck with them niggas like that, Trump. Shit, do your thing, doggy. The fuck going on? Grown ass men make it. I ain't even gonna play none of these men's video. I ain't gonna play none of the women's video either. But the point is, you bitches make a video talking about if you don't get your shit, you gonna rob stores and all this shit or whatever. I hope they lock you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't feel sorry for none of y'all bitches. Ain't y'all the same hoes been running around? Like, it's funny. This is inclusive of not successful women, even though it can happen to successful women too, don't get me wrong. This is inclusive of bitches that ain't shit. You understand what I'm saying? Then all them bitches is yelling, right? A boyfriend don't look so bad now, huh, bitch? At 50-50 ain't looking too bad now, huh? At 50-50 ain't looking too bad this month, huh, bitch? Bitches is out here like, well, you know what? I can do 50-50 now. You know, I bet you could. I bet you could. You could have done it this whole time. Your mama did it. Your mama did it. Your mama did it. You know, what are you gonna do? So that's why I be laughing. I be like, yo, this. It's funny. It's like, then I said there was a plague coming, and I felt like Lot and Sarah, right? Well, here come the plague. Anyway, I ain't making fun of nobody in that situation. That shit ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a sucker ass nigga to sit here and do it. But my point is, this is the same motherfuckers was running around talking about they rich and who broke and who ain't broke and all that, whatever, whatever. Now y'all making videos talking about, yo, if it's EBT, we gonna riot. The fuck going on? That niggas is living in a la-la land, man. You know what I mean? Y'all notice it's the same eight. It only allows me to have 8 people in here, 10 maybe tops, right? You notice that, right? Out of 30K. You don't think it got nothing to do with YouTube? Don't you find that suspicious? 8 people in the chat out of 30K. Hell yeah, I'm quitting this shit. I ain't got no reason to be in this motherfucker. They will never, let me tell you something, this app will never let me win. Never. Trust me on this one. Never. It don't matter how many videos I put, I talk too raw. You understand? I talk too raw. I'm too honest. I'm too much for this app. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas like me, you don't get no space on apps like this. Suckers get space on apps like this. You know what I'm saying? So my suggestion to all of y'all, I ain't gonna talk about no EBT and all that shit. My suggestion to all of y'all is find you a new home. By 2028, this app will be over. Trust me. It'll be over or it'll be heading towards being over. Because all the new content creators that they have, which you can see from me just scrolling, I scrolled for a good 10 minutes tonight. What you're gonna find is more and more you scroll, the more and more you're gonna get embedded into dumb shit over and over and over again. I told you, I just saw a bitch tonight do a whole monologue talking about she was a vampire. I sat there and watched it. I didn't even subscribe to the bitch. I said the bitch is unique, but I hadn't seen her before. And I said, well, maybe she came up with my shit again. I'll subscribe to it and stuff. This bitch was literally sitting there acting like a vampire. I went to another motherfucking live. It was some other bitch that was in there, and she was cooking with her kids, and this bitch had like 459 subscribers in there, and she wasn't saying a word to the camera. I said, yeah, this is a goofy ass app, dog. I don't need to be here. So yeah, my shit is concluding. I ain't mad about it. Like a lot of niggas think I'm mad. They're like, I gotta shut down. I ain't gotta shut it down. I wanna shut it down. This shit is corny. It's boring too. It's like it's boring as fuck. Everybody on here talking about the same shit. Do y'all ever realize it'd be like if a story break on Google, there's like 120 fucking podcasts within the first 10 minutes all talking about the same story. You understand what I'm saying? Look at my view count. I got 6 people in here, but I got 30K subscribers. Y'all don't find that funny, weird? This is funny as hell. Keep doing your thing, YouTube. I ain't mad. YouTube do their thing, baby. It's all good. We ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about it. I know what's going on. Dude, you can suppress all my views. I'm still having Richard Blumenthal look into this motherfucker. Since y'all won't be funny and shit, I'm really gonna have Richard Blumenthal look into this motherfucker now. You know what I'm saying? As it should be. There's something up with this app, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's lying about how many people you have in your chat room, one way or another. It's not giving you the correct views. It's not giving you the right CPM payout. They're paying you like Spotify pays this artist now. Hint here, when Snoop ended up getting, I think it was like, what was it? 1 billion views on Spotify. They gave this nigga a check for like $44,000 or something like that. That's how this app is beginning to be. You know what I'm saying? The CPM for you is going lower and lower and lower, but the advertising run price for them is getting higher and higher and higher. All the time, trust me. It'll increase next year. It'll increase during the Super Bowl. It'll increase during this event. It'll increase during Christmas. It always increases at pinnacle points. I know y'all don't get it. And for the average nigga, I sound boring. I don't give a fuck. That's what you don't know. Y'all do y'all thing. You're a king, Davin, trying to compete in the midst of court gestures. Of course they ain't gonna like me. Of course they ain't gonna like me on this app. So I don't even let that shit bother me. Anybody got any questions? Or why I'm here, whatever, whatever. I know I got the same weirdo niggas in here. OG Kicks, I know you. Queen of Brown, I don't know if she's still here or not. Rock City Mob, I appreciate you. Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. I gotta watch some more of it. I definitely gotta watch some more of that battle. I want to see that though. It's a Complex Con. I know. I just didn't get to watch it. I'm gonna watch it fully, but I got to see a couple more than a couple clips now. But I was watching goofy shit. I was just mesmerized by the amount of goofy shit that's on this app, and I said, "Well, no wonder I ain't making it, nigga. I ain't doing none of this goofy shit. Niggas on here lying." That seemed to be the biggest thing. I seen one of the OGs, like a real OG, that was in the streets that I'm pretty sure, 50 ain't too fond of, but I gotta recognize where he is, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Prince, man. Like, he did say some real shit on his podcast, so I gotta say that. I will say that much. He did say some real shit. He was saying the same shit. He was like, yo, A lot of these niggas be sitting there lying with niggas. A lot of these niggas, like he was saying the exact same shit I was talking about. I said, okay, finally it's some niggas like me to understand. Like, they understand. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand this shit, this sucker ass shit. It's like it's almost like a sucker ass world on this app. You know what I mean? What's going on? Ain't nothing, man. I'm about to get up off of here, man. I don't talk too much no more. You know, these niggas, obviously you can see OG. These niggas is surmising my views, suppressing my views. They got me captive. I can only have 14 people in my chat room recording up. Daddy YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And this should have you, man. If you really believe in it, like me personally, I don't give a fuck. I don't get mad about this shit no more. Ain't nobody gonna donate to me. That's just obvious, especially if they African American. They definitely not gonna donate to me. They more spend time trying to sabotage the page than try to help somebody. I never heard of niggas really even helping anybody in the past couple of years or whatever. But y'all know my thing. After an hour, I'm out of here or whatever. I just wanted to give y'all an update what's going on with me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about Supreme Senate papers? I don't know. I don't know about Hassan Campbell. I don't really watch Hassan Campbell. Um, and more importantly about me, I just really don't get it. Cause you know, like to me, I hear what you're saying about the paper thing and everything like that, and I know a little bit what you're talking about, but more so with me, it's like this. Ain't none of these niggas worry about me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody come through to drop no change in my motherfucking cash app. My shit almost on 8. You know what I'm saying? Nobody supporting me, no nothing. So I always made it a thing not to get into niggas' personal business. Like it's things that I know that I could talk about on here about niggas that were talking against Diddy. I know a bitch right now that's sick and she pretending like she the shit. I know 6 vloggers right now that didn't graduate high school, and yet they're the go-to for everything on this app. You understand what I'm saying? And then they'll talk about people, call people bitches, call people out of their name or whatever, whatever. YouTube will come over to my page and be like, no, we're regulating you to only 8 to 15 people per broadcast. Bitch, you can suck 3 dicks. Fuck you too. I wish I would sit on this motherfucker for another 5 years, look like a fucking dummy. Hoping and wishing that they let me go viral. You'll go viral with 1 video a year. They'll let you do that for the niggas. When it come down to white people and other people, and white people and foreigners, they gonna let them niggas get 7 billion views, and the views may not even be real. They just might want to give it to them that day. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't see something funny with, I got 30K subscribers, but only 9 people in here and 10 likes, and nobody continues to like the video at all. So that lets you know that the motherfuckers that's in here, they don't like me either. It is here is urban. I told you it's weird what goes on in black culture, dog. It's weird. It's like a good portion of them are just like fucking predators in one way or another. And I say that respectfully, but I mean it for real. They're like, if you say to yourself and you get a group of people together and you say, yo, let's go flag somebody's page, you a predator. You understand what I'm saying? If you get together, you say, let's go over here and troll this person's page by writing spam comments in the what's the name, then you a predator. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, when somebody strike back at a predator in 2025, what's the first thing they do? Oh my God, I'm a victim. So I said, yeah, let me get up off of here if I really make one of y'all motherfuckers a victim. You feel me? Like, it's time to go, bro. It's time to go. Yeah, yeah, they've been doing it. They've been doing this. I mean, go look at my page. Just press my name and go look at my page. You'll see I got 30K people following me. I don't pay for no views and no shit like that. I ain't never did no corny shit like that. From the time I started this page, I started out with 3,000 followers. I had 3,000 people within the first 2 days of me doing lives on this motherfucker. That's a fact. And so when I get it up to 30K, all of a sudden you tell me now I'm going back to the numbers I had when I first started out. I had these type of numbers when I had 2,000, 3,000 people. That doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, it don't matter what I put in the title or nothing like that. They've been doing this for like the past 3 or 4 days now on my shit. It's all good though. That's why I just do it for like an hour and a half, and then I'm out. You know what I mean? It's like, for one, Black Americans don't want to hear the message I got. You understand what I'm saying? So a great matter, then you're just gonna have to let them destroy themselves. That's for one. Number two, Latinos, unless you're black Latino, you ain't gonna really want to hear what I have to say either. So, you know, there's a problem with that. And then if you get to white Americans, they ain't gonna want to let me talk either because it's in their in a redneck's position anyway, to make sure you lose. You understand what I'm saying? So you got three. Those are three elements you got going against you. The biggest one, the strongest one, I would say today is black women. Like those are the biggest motherfuckers. You like your whole day could be going smooth. You done dealt with 19 white dudes, 22 fucking Hispanic dudes, and then you get to the motherfucking grand champ, and this bitch got an attitude and take you out of character because you trying to order some coffee. She being too sassy and loud and shit like you her brother. I had to tell a bitch that tonight on the podcast. It's like, bitch, I'm not your boyfriend. Like, you ever notice that bitches be talking to you like you their boyfriend or some shit like that? Like strangers be talking about, like, I'm not cool with bitches like that. Like, I don't like that shit. I really don't. I don't like what bitch be trying to. Bitch, I'm not. If you're not giving me some vajay, listen, let me make this open clear to you. If you're not giving me some vajay, I'm not dating you. We ain't never kissed and nothing like that. And especially Latin women like to do this shit, and black women, but especially Latin women. They'll take it upon themselves to act like they your motherfucking girl or something, to do shit that a girlfriend would do. They don't do shit that like a normal bitch would do. Like, excuse me, sir. They want to act like they your brother, they your sister, your girlfriend, or some shit like. I'm like, bitch, I don't know you. You don't know how many times I have to say that during the day to some black or Spanish woman. Like, bitch, I'm not your boyfriend. Like, I say it just like that too, bitch. I'm not your boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? So stop waving your hands in my face or doing all that little silly shit you try to do just because you don't want to give me some J because you want me to pay attention to you. That's the biggest equity a lot of these bitches got. Oh my God, he paid attention to me. That's all you got going on. Factory. So yeah, I don't fuck with these bitches like that or these niggas. Heard out. I'm good. Now, I won't be fully disappearing because we're going to switch this page up and utilize it for what it is. And this won't be me doing no lives. If I crack out the way and do some live, it'll be for something important. But I see no benefits sitting on this app no more for another 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, anything else. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy as hell. 30K and 10 people in the chat room. But last week it would be anywhere from 50 to 100 something people in my chat. So you get what I'm saying? Like, shit is rigged, my nigga. We good with this shit. You can't make no money off of it. Most of the black audience is poor. So that becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Or they just exclusively only donate to girls. So that becomes a problem. So it's just like, yeah, what am I here for? You get me? What am I here for? The niggas, they're not gonna donate to you because they busy saving them pennies so they can donate to bitches. So you lose it either way on this app, bro. That's just the way it is. This app ain't meant for men to be on here no more, and I see it early. So I'm parting my ways. Like, I'm good. I'm good. My little career was fun. You know what I'm saying? Now what's next? You know what I mean? What I'm gonna do? Do this shit for another 5 years? Nah, I'm good. A lot of motherfuckers don't know how to do that. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to take. You know, we had to used to do that in the music industry. That's where I get it from. A lot of niggas don't know when they just walk away. Right now it's a walk away. Even with 11 people in my chat room, that's ridiculous out of 30K people. You see what I'm saying? So it's obvious that that's what YouTube is doing. When y'all saying I've been live for an hour and 13 minutes, we have not peaked more than 14 people in the chat room at one time. Usually I have at least 60, 90 to 200 people in my chat room. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I gave away some of the secrets of what YouTube is doing behind the scenes, such as selective algorithm choices that were binding people to having fucking complete strangers that are trolls coming up in the chat rooms and shit, talking all kinds of crazy shit. Not just on my page either, on numerous ones. Some of y'all that's listening to me page. But you can't get certain niggas to listen to certain shit, you know what I mean? So you gotta let them niggas be, bro. Like I said though, that's the last time. I'm getting tired. Yeah, let me wrap this up. Cause I ain't making no money off this motherfucker anyway. This shit's boring. Ain't nobody talking really. This shit boring. Yeah, let me wrap this up. So anyway, I will talk to y'all sometime whenever. I don't know when. I really ain't into this shit no more. So it's whenever I get to it, I get to it. You got YouTube trying to stop you, Black Americans trying to stop you, Latin Americans trying to stop you. All right, I go. Don't worry about it. Y'all can have it, man. It's all y'all's. Y'all can have this little Mickey Mouse shit. Spend the next 5 or 10 years on here trying to still make it. Hi, this is blogger such and such, and I'm 52 now, and still on here vlogging. 2028, 29, 30. We gonna make it this year, you know. Nah, nigga, I see that. There ain't no money in this shit. I wish I would dedicate 5 more years to these cocksuckers on YouTube trying to slap and slave for Google for their Google top content so they'll come up in the search engine very easily. You know that's how they using niggas, right? So basically, when they Google put out a story, right, what's the first thing niggas do? If it's important enough, y'all start copying it, right? So y'all start copying it, y'all start talking about it as well. Let's say, at the very least, 2,000 bloggers talking about the same story, right? Well, what that happens then, it means that now the Google search engine is going to boost up too, so they include some of those numbers from the videos that we watch, especially if it's a certain news agency, say it's CNN. They'll count the story that CNN did in the print, and they'll count the story that CNN did on YouTube. They count as almost ubiquitously the same number count or inclusive of the same number count when it comes to you and media. In media, you count everything, everything. Things that are part of vertical integration and synergy, you count everything. That means terrestrial radio plays, Spotify plays, plays if you got your own private website. All that shit go into, what do you call that shit? I forgot what the fuck you call it, but it's the people in charge of doing the Grammys and all that. I can't remember the name of it. What is that? ROI. What is it? The fuck, I forgot what the name of it is. Dame Dash know what I'm talking about. I forgot what the name of it is, but it's a committee that chooses that you can vote and choose who you want to actually like sit at the Grammys and shit like that. Anyway, let me get up out of here. I'm giving too much information anyway. Like, the fuck I'm talking to 11 people for? These niggas don't fuck with me, bruh. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a good one. OG Kicks, I appreciate you. Fred, I appreciate you. Quenisha Brown, I appreciate you. Roxity Moore, I'm glad you came up in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who that Steven Cherry, whatever the fuck his name is. But yeah, man, my last words to you is I'll be going from here soon. But don't let this fucking app fool you, dog. I got 30,000 followers, and like for the past 3 days, you told me I've just been trimming on the same amount of motherfuckers, 10 people. Who the fuck you talking to? YouTube. So somebody that contacted them, we got a problem because, and now you make sure you throw in that equation of that story. You got a problem because you came over here looking for a problem, and you thought wasn't gonna be no problem. And what happened was you got shown down that there could be a problem, motherfucker, and your problem could get worse if you keep talking to me the way you're talking to me. I don't give a fuck who you ran to. All right, let me make this clear. PSA. I don't give a fuck who you ran to. I don't give a fuck who you talking to. I don't give a fuck about none of that, you coward motherfuckers. Stop coming over to my shit, starting shit, and then run back. Oh my god, I'm a bitch. That's a bitch. I don't like bitch niggas like that. That's all I got to say. That's a bitch nigga. Like, and in these days and times, I think the problem is a lot of motherfuckers don't think something can happen to them. You know what I mean? That's why people be doing wild shit they be doing, like setting women on fire on the subway and shit. They don't think there's no repercussions to it. Y'all ain't know about that. Nigga set a woman on fire on the subway, a white woman, Mexican immigrant, a couple months ago over the summer here in New York City area in Queens. You know what I'm saying? They had a video out circulating with that woman who was set on fire. You know what I'm saying? These niggas on mopeds that think they killers. Listen, for any nigga riding a bike for whatever, I just want to put it plain to you. We'll beat you the fuck up. I don't know where these bike riding ass niggas be riding around on bikes, nigga, 35, 40 years old, grilling niggas like they on a motorcycle. My nigga, that is not a motorcycle, that's a bike. Okay? It can be an electric bike, all you want it to be, or the moped y'all be riding on. Please, men of Latin America. I ain't even talking about Caribbean Latinos. I'm talking about exclusively Latin American Latinos. Please stop riding the motherfucking scooters and the motherfucking bikes, grilling niggas, and the African niggas too. You in that conversation too. These niggas be riding up and down the block. I'm like, nigga, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you in that fucking helmet you wear, you fucking fourth grader. Like, I ain't look like a fucking fourth grader riding a bike. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's grown men out here that's 35, 40 years old riding a fucking bike, delivering food and shit. Like, nigga, I'd rather rob a nigga to do that shit. Cold as fuck outside, this nigga riding a bike. I respect the hustle. A couple of them make a couple of dollars, but for the most part, most of the niggas don't make no money doing that shit. You spending more money than you making. You know what I mean? That's a fact. And they cut you off whenever they want to. The Uber niggas and the DoorDash niggas be like, yo, you disregistered from the app. That's your whole career gone. 60 seconds. For real. Anyway, I'm getting tired. Ain't no reason for me to stay here, so let me get the fuck up out of here. I got 11 people in my chat out of 30,000 people after an hour and 20 minutes. And you don't think YouTube doing that on purpose?